So, welcome to part one of the second section of Green Masterclass. In this first part, I'm going to teach you what will actually get the algorithm to promote you. And this is very, very important to understand in order to really place your strategies and organize your business, because now you can treat yourself as a business in order to continuously grow. So, as I said in the introduction, most people stop growing because as they get more orders, their service quality declines without them really realizing, or it plateaus, and they stop getting orders. But multiple factors, such as obviously continuously providing good service to more and more buyers, will directly drag you more buyers. It's a snowball effect. Increasing your price, increasing the products that you sell, upselling, increasing the average buyer spend. This will lead the Fiverr algorithm to promote you. But obviously, multiple elements that we're going to see throughout the sections of this course. So let's start by deep diving into the first part, which is consistency and providing the same level of service quality. So see, this is what happens 99% of the time, and why most people actually stop beyond a certain point. Because at one point I want to mention about the Fiverr algorithm is that if one person could take all orders, Fiverr would send it to them. This is why you see some, gigs that have literally 200, 300 orders in queue. Like Fiverr will never limit a gig as long as they're continuously providing good service. How did they get there? Well, simply by not falling in this trap of, lower satisfaction. So here we have the order amount. And as you can see, as we get more orders, satisfaction decreases. Why? Because you get increased pressure, increased frustration, right? You have more and more people who are saying, where's my work? Where's my revision? Where's my, when are you going to deliver? And you can't answer effectively to all these guys, even if you have, someone, an assistant helping you. Well, we'll get into that. But, imagine going from 10 people in your queue to 100 people, right? Imagine 10xing the amount of interactions you have, like questions, etc. Like people just don't manage to handle this. Obviously, we're talking about a quite high level here, but even from 3 or 4 orders in queue versus 20 orders in queue, this is already like huge in terms of change. Or let's say 2 orders in queue and 10 orders in queue. This is already still huge change. And people who are used to 2 orders a day, they're going to have a hard time managing 10. And if they're going to go to 10, their satisfaction is going to go down because the buyers are going to feel like they're not being taken care of. They're going to feel like the seller is simply just too busy, doesn't really care. Everything I taught you in part one, like empathy, they're not going to feel the empathy anymore. And even when the logo design or the voiceover or the actual service provided is the same, your rating is going to go down. Like me, it happened to me at one point where growth stopped, and I even, made these very, very bad mistakes, and my orders went to 0. And although my logos were just as good, I just could not understand. And, like with all my analysis, etc., I understood. But I was like, my logos are still the same. They're still as good. Why is my satisfaction down? Because again, it doesn't matter. It's about how you tailor to your customer, how you understand your customer, how you communicate with your customer. And the more customers you have, the harder it is to understand, communicate, and dedicate yourself to a customer. The second slide, see, this is the objective. So when you're at very, very low, so sorry, here it says January, February. This is a mistake. It should be just 1 orders, 5 orders, 10 orders. But this is just a graph to explain to you and for you to visualize. When you're at 1 orders or 10 orders, it's going to be very easy to maintain top satisfaction if you followed the first part of my course well. And inevitably, when you're going to grow a bit, it's going to go down to your maintainable level, right? Because when you're at the beginning, you're obviously giving the most that you can give, and very, very focused. Whereas when you get 10 orders, you obviously have to split your time and attention more. So it goes down a bit. But as you grow, you want to make sure you stop losing that. And you want to make sure your satisfaction, which is the private ratings, again, 100% the private ratings, the public ratings actually do not matter. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Then what happens when you're able to maintain that level, you're going to reach tremendous growth. So if you maintain it here at like 98% satisfaction, the number of orders is just going to skyrocket and you're going to keep growing. And this is what happened to me, and why I'm able to continuously grow every single month, getting more orders to this day, simply because I'm able to get the same level or a bit more a satisfaction rate. And if I could get, like, the trick is, if you can keep like your perfect satisfaction rates even here, well, but nobody manages it. It's simply impossible. So it's a snowball effect. It's really something that will continuously happen for you, and you're just going to get more and more orders if you manage to do that. So obviously, we're going to deep dive into what are the elements that you need to do in order to maintain this service quality, and we're going to go into that right away.